Hey everybody, Brian here from quantlabs.net. Just wanted to go through a condensed version of 5 links that I want to talk about when it comes to risk management, particular with Matlab, which I still think is the best tool out there for these sort of things. I'm up and running to develop pretty sophisticated applications within Matlab. Usually there's, as I said, there's five links here. They all have a front end to them using Excel, using Matlab as the back end for the algorithmic engine. But that's just one more reason why I get stuck on Windows, I guess. Anyways, let me just give you a highlight of some of these that I mentioned here in this video and this blog. This first one is energy trading and risk management. These are typical webinars you can get through MathWorks, where they highlight some of the more industrial ways of doing things. In this case, this is a typical utility company for energy, but the real reason you would use it is for the risk assessment that's used in this. It's pretty good, actually. Not particular for trading, but again, you can definitely use this application as an Excel add-in. Here's all the toolboxes that are required. Yeah, these are a little old. That's okay. If you're not familiar, I've also done some postings on portfolio optimization, which is probably just as important as risk management. Pretty well, from what I've gathered with the Matlab, they work in conjunction with each other. Predominantly, a lot of these techniques for risk management are using value at risk, which I'm going to show you some of the ones that are used in some of the bigger institutions. I'll show you that in a minute. But yeah, so this is one webinar, and again, these are all listed at this link here. So there's that you should consider. Also, here's another one, risk management example for computational finance. This is more kind of in line with finance, but it's more to do with credit. Interesting enough, again, I keep saying value at risk model. Go on about the simplest way of doing it. Usually these are half an hour, these videos, or 40 minutes, so they can only do so much. But they do mention some other modeling techniques that you can use. There's a bit of highlight of that. You can always dig into other resources that MathWorks provides. Again, you get all the toolboxes you need. This one's kind of interesting because you not only are you going to use Excel, but you're also going to use a Jablet server as well to deliver a HTML or a web front end as well. So that's pretty cool. Oh yeah, market data feeds. This one's using Yahoo Finance. But you can obviously use some of the more professional ones. In my case, they do support IKeyFeed. Not heard good things about the IKeyFeed connection going into Matlab. And they also have Bloomberg and Reuters as well. So I don't know if it's the smartest way to do it. But again, you're only using Matlab really for prototyping and analysis. That's it. Once you start going into a live trading mode, unless you're going really low frequency, you could probably get away with doing it on Matlab, but I don't recommend it. I'm using Java, C#, a variety of other tools to build around these applications. The reason I use Matlab because you can rapidly develop stuff fast. Everything's there, the plumbing's there. If you want to go through the code to understand what it's doing, you can do that too. On top of that, because you're using Matlab, it's coming from a high quality engineering group versus some dude in a university or in some garage somewhere, like what you get in a typical R or even a Python world. I use this stuff in confidence, that's for sure. Okay, so now we're going to move into more advanced stuff. Again, it's been all value at risk. If you again look at the portfolio optimization links, you'll find that there's also conditional value at risk as well. So these are different various risk management. Now, this one put out by Attilio Miucci at this site. Actually, I'll pull up his site in a minute. is awesome for complete end-to-end risk management assessment. I'll show you what he does, but this video will highlight some of his more advanced ways of looking at basically finance and how to really look at portfolios and different real low-level quant mathematical algebraic ways of looking at the markets. He's got Bayesian here, entropy pooling. You won't find this anywhere else that I've seen. He's still VAR. You know, you can see all these different methodologies that he's using: random matrix theory, robust estimation, and so on and so forth. It's powerful what he's got. He's got a really good book on it. I'll talk about him in a minute. But let's move on to the other two. These two are put on by here. MathWorks does a Matlab computational finance conference in New York. I think it's every year. And they get some pretty big wigs from large companies demoing what Matlab can do for their environment, how they develop it. So there's these various talks here on how MATLAB's used in the world of trading, specifically risk, which is really important. Things I'm taking away from it, you know, you get all these dudes and stuff, I won't mention names, but look at options trading. But they're not looking at things like portfolio optimization or simulating different portfolios, doing Monte Carlo analysis for different paths and conditions that you can use to get better assessments and better threshold on what your trading decision should be. So you're basically working within a framework, and a lot of these environments that you learn from, they're very expensive, don't offer that. So that's something you need to be really aware of to be really profitable. That's why these companies like Bloomberg and Standard & Poor use these tools, specifically Matlab. I mean, it's not cheap for a reason. So in this case, these dudes from Standard & Poor, honestly, these two bored the hell out of me. I could never see myself working in these environments. Yeah, the pay is probably pretty nice, but no offense to these guys, they're boring, and I'd rather watch paint dry. I think that would be more exciting than watching these guys just have no personality. Anyways, if you do want to understand how these companies use credit rating and building algorithms and models for their credit rating, this is how they do it. And this talks about it from a very high level. So there's one, that one's half an hour. This one's a little more interesting from this guy. I don't know his name, Brian Liang. He's a quant researcher. Both these guys are from quant research. And again, I can't stress, if you really want to get into quant research, which is a top dog stuff for quant, this is the tools. It's a standard that a lot of these companies use. I'm sure R and Python's used as a pet project within organizations, but time and time out, I always see MATLAB, and a lot of the better companies with better pay are using MATLAB as a standard. So there's no ifs, ands, and buts about it. So there's this one, again, the MATLAB one for Bloomberg. This one, these all focus on credit swaps and pretty high-end institutional type of instruments like credit swaps, and just stuff that you'll never see on an individual level unless it's something I don't know how to do it. I think you need to have some pretty big capital to do it, like probably billions, maybe hundreds of millions, I don't know. But there's these two webinars, okay? So just two use cases of who using MATLAB, again, from this MATLAB Computational Finance Conference. Again, this is all risk management. So this one I'm probably going to do. Let me just show you this guy, Attilio Miucci. Okay, so he runs a company called SimSys. He has this advanced risk portfolio management, ARPM bootcamp. It's pretty affordable. In here you can get all kinds of cool resources. It's just as awesome. You get lots of source code in MATLAB. just a lot of stuff, man. It's awesome. Now, if you want to do risk, this is where to go. Now, let me show you the other thing you should know about. Amazon, Attilio Miucci is his name. He's Italian. Seems like a cool guy, but very, very, very bright. This is the book I've read. This book was amazing for if you want to know about risk management. I would say this is probably one of the best ones. And I not only say from a theoretical point of view, from a really low-level math stuff, also it's great for accompanying code, obviously in Matlab as well. So this is really powerful. This boot camp that he runs is very powerful. I think his next one's July. Professionals are paying, here you go, $1,100 for students, $2,100 for professionals. I don't know what a supporter is, probably academia. And these are the companies that are part of it. MathWorks, obviously, CFA, GARP, NAG, NAG, S&P Capital, CQF, and so on and so forth. You see, he comes with a lot of weight. There's a little video of some of the stuff he does. Yeah, this is something I'm really strongly considering. And I don't do a lot of conferences. I don't do conferences, period. But this is something I'd probably look at. Anyway, so as I said, I've talked enough about risk, portfolio management, very critical. To be honest, I'm starting to think that your strategy, your trading idea is so secondary, as well as the technology. The primary safeguard that'll keep you in business as a trader is this risk management and portfolio optimization. These are critical to understand. VAR is just one methodology. To open it really up, you just read this guy's book, Attilio Miucci. He's got some pretty advanced stuff. That's probably my next big area to conquer, but in terms for now, I do want to get sooner than later into a live trading mode. So Attilio Miucci is something I'll have to do probably on the side as I get more into a live trading mode. But this will be a pressing step I'll need to go through in the next probably a couple of months or however long it takes me to get there. But this is where you start. I'll post this and the other links as well on my blog. Hopefully this will help you out. And now that we got this out of the way, I can start building and moving ahead in other areas. Talk to you later.